What's going on, guys? One of the questions that I get asked the most is why Wing Chun? People find out that I've done several other arts, and including having competed in MMA for a short time. And they always want to know, well, if you've done this other stuff, why did you choose Wing Chun? And it's kind of a funny question because one, it's telling me they're extremely skeptical of the system, which is fine. You should be skeptical of everything. But the other thing is it's a slightly underhanded way of saying, why didn't you do something better? Because most people who are skeptical of things err on the side of not believing in the thing they're skeptical of. And again, that's fine, but it's a funny way to ask it. And the answer really is kind of twofold. One, when I walked into my very first Wing Chun class, it spoke to me. It was an art that it made sense to me from the time that I stepped into class, the very first day. It offered me something that I hadn't had before. It offered me a way to fill in holes in my game that I didn't even know I had before. And even this many years later, it has continued to make sense. And the fact is that everything I do, whether I'm grappling, kickboxing, doing weapons work, I can find a Wing Chun justification for it. And there are very few arts that offer that kind of adaptability, and it just makes sense to me. The other reason, and this is a personal thing, I like doing things my own way. I like doing things the way they make sense to me. I am not a run with the pack kind of person. I'm a cat person, not a dog person. I'm very into the individual. I'm not into the group. So my focus is to get other people thinking on their own, moving on their own, working on their own, thinking through these ideas as an individual and figuring out how to best adapt it to their psychology, their own physiology, how to make things work for them. As it is, Wing Chun doesn't really agree with itself from lineage to lineage, from school to school. So automatically we have an extreme amount of variability within the art. And then on top of that, because we love to say we're principle-based, well, a principle can be put into any container, right? The principle is the substance, the technique, the shapes, the body structure is all kind of the box, the packaging to put the substance in. So that being the case, we take Wing Chun, we say, all right, here's what's been passed down to us, and now here's some ideas on how you can make it work. Here are some drills, here's some sparring, and let's make it work. Just go, make it work, make it yours. So that's why I choose Wing Chun, that's why I teach Wing Chun. That is why Wing Chun. Talk to you guys later. Good journey.